afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, to another exciting week of over 50 hockey. We have reached week 3 already, and it seems to be a little bit quiet so far. A lot of people are out of town. But we get right to the business. We have the Gray Wolves versus the Yellow Jackets. Gray Wolves will only be registering 8 players today. As I said, there are lots of players that are out of town from all teams, and it may have an effect on how the game momentum will go today. But expect same old, you know, Mark Giacomin doing his thing. He's been able to contribute big last week against the Red Army, scoring 2 of the goals. And then, of course, Gallant, another key member too. He's also helped out with their win over the Red Army. Dale Osada finally suiting up for the first time this season after coming off an injury in November Thanksgiving tournament in Goals for a Cause when he was playing with the Gulf Arrows. As for the Yellow Jackets, you know, 0-2 start, not the best for them, but they are able to bring in former over 50 hockey player, now back in the system again, Doug Draper. Last time he's played, it's been about 3 seasons when he was with the Red Army, when they were known to have Homer Giacomin, a strong team. As for Larry Wood, you know, he hasn't had much success thus far, and hopefully that might be able to change today against the Gray Wolves, but ultimately we'll see how the game momentum goes. Arnie Strader, on the other hand, from last week against the Red Army, had a magnificent performance, allowing no goals, and it seems to be a streak now. Whenever he's been able to bounce off of a poor performance, he's been able to come back and post a shutout. Nevertheless, it'll be an exciting game. Your 1-1 Gray Wolves will be taking on the 0-2 Yellow Jackets. Face-off will be coming up. Stay tuned. Here we are, face-off just seconds away. And the refs for this game, and for the next one too, is a strict ref, as we've known him by, so expect this game to rack up a lot of penalties. And the assistant ref. It'll be Giacomin versus Hyman on the face-off, and here we go. As the puck gets over to Gallant, passes over to Jim Thomas, and then stripped away by Andrew Hyman. DiMezza gets the pass off to Jim Thomas, and Thomas trying to pass it over. He does, from Giacomin now to Gallant. Gallant looking to set up to Osada, and instead Paul Rockhill knocks it away. Jim Becker now the other way in the Gray Wolf zone, losing the puck as it was Jim Thomas who stripped the puck loose. Puck now over to DiMezza, losing control, but luckily Gray Wolves come to the rescue. Puck now back to Quitco, all the way to DiMezza, who's playing defense. It gets it over to Jim Thomas, and intended for Gallant, but instead it goes past and into the Yellow Jackets end. Quitco trying to clear it out across the way. Puck now intercepted by Giacomin, sliding almost all the way back to Wood before Rockhill took it away. And now puck to Gallant, has an open chance, takes a shot. Larry Wood knocks it away. And Doug Draper passes it over to Steve Byrne. And from Byrne off the boards, clearing it out as it overreaches the Cerro. DiMezza trying to knock it out. Giacomin takes the puck, entering Yellow Jacket zone. Giacomin passing it back to Falbo, who misses the opportunity as Buchholz enters the game. Thomas's pass intended for Falbo, now all the way back to Thomas. Passes from Giacomin now to Tom Buchholz, looking to set up. Finds Gallant. Instead it'll be Yellow Jacket end battle. Gallant looking for someone to pass it to. Now Marty Washburn takes it away for the Yellow Jackets. Over to Jim Thomas, taking a shot. Knocked away to the left side. Puck now over to Chris Acero. Trying to work with Doug Draper, but instead it's Jim Thomas who knocks the puck away. Draper now over to Sam DeFranco, now back to Steve Byrne. As Rod Harris knocks the puck away and it's to Chuck Falbo. Falbo had the puck for a second until he was almost dispossessed by Hyman. As Buchholz in Yellow Jacket zone looking to set up, taking the shot, or what looked like he took a shot, to Falbo taking a weak shot, and it doesn't even phase the keeper. Puck now to Oseda taking a shot. Now on the rebound is Oseda, and shot doesn't even come close to the inside of the net. As DiMezza knocks it back into the Yellow Jacket Yellow Jacket zone. It's Marty Washburn who clears it into the Grey Wolf zone, and Lou DiMezza in his own end looking to set up. Puck is now to Steve D'Angelo looking to clear it out. It's over to Lou DiMezza. DiMezza clearing out the puck. No icing call. Jeff Quickle. Quickle's pass to Hyman. Hyman looking to set up, perhaps to take the shot. He shoots right of Strader. Hyman's pass intercepted by Jim Thomas. And Rockhill tried to interfere, but he couldn't stop the puck as it gets into the Yellow Jacket zone. Now back to Lou DiMezza looking to set up. Gets a pass. Instead, it'll be cleared out where Rick Gallant will take the puck. Puck is now to Jim Thomas looking to set up. And Jeff Quickle knocks it away. Quickle's pass back to DiMezza, then from Gallant, now to Oseda. Puck over to Steve D'Angelo, intercepted by Lou DiMezza. Rockhill's pass off to Steve Byrne. Byrne looking to knock it away off the boards where Jim Thomas for the Grey Wolves will come retrieve. Now Giacomin off the boards trying to still keep it in Grey Wolf possession, but eventually Jeff Quickle knocks it away. Puck now back in the Grey Wolf zone, where it's Rick Gallant looking to pass it to a Grey Wolf member, but instead was stripped away by, I believe, Doug Draper. Puck is to Chris Acero, who's open on the left side, looking to try to shoot against Strader. And it looks like Arnie Strader made a nice save. Marty Washburn to take a shot, and it's completely right of Arnie. As it's Steve Byrne passing it to Doug Draper. Draper misfires, and Giacomin takes the puck away. It's Giacomin with the puck off the off the right side, his right side, to Chuck Falbo, who gets the puck off to Jim Thomas. Now back to Giacomin looking to set up. Thomas with the shot, and the Yellow Jackets come away with a big stop. Pardon the background noise, but it seemed like every other week there's always a birthday party that goes on up here in the booth. As Chuck Falbo gets it off to Tom Buchholz. Buchholz's pass to Mark Giacomin. Looking to set up on the end around. Puck sliding all the way to Buchholz, who takes the shot. Larry Wood knocks it away. Chris Acero taking it for the Yellow Jackets off the board, misses Doug Draper, and it goes all the way back into the Grey Wolf zone, where it's Jim Thomas now looking to start to set up for the Grey Wolves as he gets it off to Chuck Falbo, who shoots it in the Yellow Jacket end. Steve D'Angelo now with the puck. taking a shot, and it's a wide open, or almost a wide open Jim Becker. If he would have just handled that puck, who knows what kind of damage he could have done. Puck was literally shot into Washburn, and it must have deflected back. And Jim Thomas knocks the puck away. Nice effort there. Steve DiMezza with the puck, and he'll clear it out into the Grey Wolf zone. Jim Thomas gets the pass off to Rick Gallant, entering Yellow Jacket zone. And he is stripped loose by Paul Rockhill. And from the looks of it, that might have been an offsides. And it was an offsides. It'll be Oseda versus D'Angelo on the faceoff. As Oseda gets the puck back to DiMezza, who his pass intended for Rod Harris. He finally gets it. Harris trying to pass it to Gallant, just too far. Rick Gallant lost control of the puck, and now it's Paul Rockhill. His pass intended for McCants, just too far. Strader's pass to Jim Thomas. And instead the puck will be cleared out into the Yellow Jackets' end, where Jeff Quicko gingerly comes back for the puck. His pass to Rockhill, now it's over to Jim Becker. Becker's pass off a Draper, and now it's DiMezza looking to set up. DiMezza finds Gallant, takes a shot, it's in, and Rick Gallant has the first goal for the Grey Wolves. Nice setup by DiMezza. He took his time, found his players to set up, and it was nothing but teamwork. With 3:35 to go in the first period, the Grey Wolves strike first, 1-0. And off the glass, the puck will go out. Draper and Giacomin on the face-off. Puck still in the middle. Finally, it's out to DiMezza, entering Yellow Jacket zone. Gets the pass off the boards. Instead, it will be cleared out. Washburn in his own end, trying to get the puck out. Instead, Tom Buchholz takes it, takes the shot. Deflected off a Yellow Jacket. As DiMezza looking to pass it to Giacomin, but Doug Draper was right in front of Giacomin. Puck now to Sam DeFranco, looking to clear it out. Instead, he takes the shot and puts the puck in his own bench. Giacomin versus Draper on the face-off. Puck back to Buchholz, looking to set up to Jim Thomas. And Thomas instead lets that one go. Sam DeFranco takes it, and he clears it out into the Grey Wolf end. Buchholz. Draper in his own end. As Tom Buchholz wrestles down Acero. And of course, we might have seen something early. Wow, and the ref is actually going to put Buchholz in the box for the shot he took on Acero. Nevertheless, that is why he is a strict ref with 2:19 to go. First power play of the game, and it goes to the Yellow Jackets. And they have an opportunity to come up with the equalizer early. This puck now over to Steve D'Angelo, cornered and looking for Andrew Hyman off to Becker. And it looks like Arnie Strader was able to come up with the save. Close call there. Everything was set up perfectly. And the puck must have taken a wrong bounce. as the Grey Wolves still come up with stellar defense. Giacomin gets the puck off to Rod Harris, but then it bounced back to Jim Thomas, who was able to clear the puck out into the Yellow Jacket end, as Larry Wood hands the puck off to Sam DeFranco. Now over to Jim Becker, who finds an open Andrew Hyman, stripped loose by Mark Giacomin. Falbo's pass intercepted by Jim Becker. Now over to Andrew Hyman. Falbo can't reach him. Now it's over to Jim Becker via Andrew Hyman pass, but it was denied as Jeff Quicko enters Grey Wolf zone. Finds Jim Becker, who gets the pass over to Quicko. And Chuck Falbo tries to knock it away, but then Jim Becker now over to Andrew Hyman to set up. And Andrew Hyman ties the game for the Yellow Jackets at 1. And the Yellow Jackets will not go down without a fight, as they were able to set up well, ending up with an Andrew Hyman goal with 1:12 to go. And the power play goal does work. But meanwhile, it looks like the refs are talking something over. I'm not sure exactly what they would be talking over. And apparently that's no goal. I wasn't exactly sure what followed on or why they're denying the goal. And you can tell the ref's trying to restore order. And from the looks of it, it looked like it was some kind of offsides call, the way the ref is positioning the puck. And of course, the Yellow Jackets mad, and the ref giving word of warning and laying down the law. As it's Paul Rockhill off the boards, trying to get it to Jim Becker. Instead, Jim Thomas comes away with the interception. But eventually the Yellow Jackets get the puck back. It's now DiMezza trying to clear it out, but Paul Rockhill stops it in his own zone. And trying to pass it out, Jim Thomas was right there, and he nearly took off with the puck. 38 seconds to go in the opening period as Jeff Quicko manages his way down into the Grey Wolf end. They're able to knock it away. Puck now over to Steve D'Angelo. And the pass intended for Jim Becker finally gets to it. Gets it over to Andrew Hyman. Looking to set up, cannot find anybody. 8 seconds to go, and it's Rick Gallant and the Grey Wolves looking to try to score one more time before the buzzer. And it's Oseda taking the shot off of Larry Wood and almost into the net, but time expires. And at the end of 1, the Grey Wolves hang on to a 1-0 lead here at the Ice Sports Forum. Dale Oseda on a breakaway, and those are rare opportunities that players don't get every day, so to not capitalize it really hurts. An opportunity to extend the lead is denied by Larry Wood, who of course had great reactionary skills and made the heads-up knock away. 1-0 Grey Wolves, second period coming up, so stay tuned. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Second period now underway. And Chuck Falbo taking the puck, trying to knock it over into the Yellow Jacket end. He does, as Marty Washburn comes to retrieve it. Washburn's pass for Draper, and it passes his stick. Puck from Macero now to Draper, looking to take charge. And Arnie Strader came up with a save. That was a dangerous risk by Strader to pop out like that when Draper took a shot. But luckily, Strader was able to hop on the puck and makes a good save. It's Draper versus Gallant on the faceoff as Rick Gallant Gets control of the puck, passing it over to Falbo and off the boards. Trying to get it past DeFranco, but was unsuccessful. Puck now to DiMezza, trying to clear it out. DeFranco deflects it, keeps it in Grey Wolf zone. But Gallant comes out and finds Rod Harris. Harris trying to get it to DiMezza. Now it's over to Falbo for security. Takes a shot, bounces off of Larry Wood, almost into the net. Now Tom Buchholz gets his shot. Trying to pass it to Harris, passes him. Now DiMezza taking the shot. Now Gallant looking to set up, finds Rod Harris. Gallant's passing out to DiMezza, looking to set up. And now Harris takes another shot, and Rod Harris makes it 2-1 Grey Wolves. Rod Harris scoring his first goal in the Over 50 Hockey League, and he does it as a Grey Wolf. In just his second game, Rod Harris is already making progress with 10:39 to go in the second. Grey Wolves retake the lead 2-1. Or I beg your pardon, 2-0. I almost completely forgot that the potential power play goal that the Yellow Jackets had was negated by the ref due to a reason that I don't know. Jim Thomas gets it over to Mark Giacomin. Giacomin looking to take the shot. Now puck all the way to Jim Becker as it's taken away by Jim Thomas. Trying to stop it. Now it's Osada keeping it in the Yellow Jacket territory. And Rockhill's pass intercepted by Buchholz, trying to set up to Gallant. And now Giacomin looking to set up the Grey Wolves. Gets the pass off to Jim Thomas, but heavily covered by Jim Becker. And Tom Buchholz trying with stellar defense. Could not get it against Andrew Hyman. Trying to set up to Scott McCants, but Strader defends well. Gallant in his own end. And he's able to get the puck over to Rod Harris. Now to Giacomin. Or that was Dale Osada. Puck still with Mark Giacomin as Rockhill and Becker try to take it away. And the puck is cleared back into the Grey Wolf end where icing will be called. And DiMezza looking all happy there. And he should be with the 2-0 lead against the Yellow Jackets. It's all smiles for the Grey Wolves. 9:15 to go, 2-0 Grey Wolves. And the Yellow Jackets still looking for answers here in the second. But now to Marty Washburn, gets the pass off to Steve Byrne. Burns passes to Draper, and Draper clears it into the Grey Wolf zone, where Jim Thomas will handle the puck. Gets the pass off to DiMezza, and intercepted by Steve D'Angelo, who instead will just take a shot, completely off target, as Steve Byrne gets the pass over to Sam DeFranco. DeFranco's what looked like a shot, stopped by Jim Thomas. As Chuck Falbo gets the pass off to DiMezza. Grey Wolves looking to make some more noise. But it's Sam DeFranco who knocks the puck away and puts it in Yellow Jacket possession. Pass over to Steve Byrne. And Byrne takes the shot, bounces off a Strader, and it is still in play. As DiMezza trying to get the pass off to Rod Harris. Instead, Sam DeFranco knocks it away. Now over to Jim Thomas, deflected off of Steve Byrne, and Rod Harris trying to chase for the puck. Instead, Doug Draper knocks it back to Steve D'Angelo. Chuck Falbo getting the pass off to Dale Osada, and shoots it out where Larry Wood knocks it away and over to Marty Washburn. Washburn hardly having anywhere to go. Finally finds Andrew Hyman. Now to Sam DeFranco. Now back to Hyman, trying to shoot it off the boards to evade Falbo, and that won't work. Marty Washburn now into the Grey Wolf zone with Jim Becker, and a pass intercepted by Jim Thomas. Jeff Quickle stripped by Mark Giacomin, and he's got a real chance right here. Takes a shot, hits Larry Wood's pad. Puck over to Marty Washburn, looking to clear it out. Now Giacomin's pass to Harris. From Harris to Thomas. Thomas taking the shot off of Larry Wood again, and Jeff Quickle knocks it away. Now to Rick Gallant, real chance, takes the shot, and just right of Larry Wood. As Jim Becker off the boards gets it to Andrew Hyman. Looking to try to set up to McCants. And Strader wasn't fooled, he made a nice save. Becker and McCants and Hyman almost were able to put the first point up for the Yellow Jackets, but with 6:38 to go, Strader still keeps the Jackets scoreless. Is now on the faceoff. It's Andrew Hyman versus Mark Giacomin. And now the McCants fires the shot, and instead Paul Rockhill has it to try to set up again. His shot bounced off of Rick Gallant, and now momentum going for the Grey Wolves as Rick Gallant has the puck. Rockhill slides to knock it away. It's partially successful. Now Rod Harris trying to field the puck instead. Jeff Quickle takes it away. Quickle's pass knocked around by Buchholz and then to DiMezza. And an icing's been called. There's your face-off. Acero trying to take the shot. The Strader had nothing to worry about. DiMezza pass off to Rod Harris, who will clear it out instead, where it will be another icing call. 5:48 to go. It's Chuck Falbo versus Steve D'Angelo on the face-off. Deep into the Grey Wolf zone. And Chuck Falbo fighting with Acero to knock the puck away. He does. As Harris trying to clear it out, stopped by Sam DeFranco, who takes the shot. Strader comes up with the save and throws the puck away. D'Angelo's pass stopped by Dale Osada, and it looks like the ref may have called a penalty. He does on Chuck Falbo, and the Yellow Jackets will have their second power play opportunity. And from what it looks like, the ref is explaining to Falbo that he's using the stick too much. And with 5:22 to go in the second, Yellow Jackets get a second chance to get back in this game, as Mark Giacomin enters as the fourth man for the Grey Wolves. Puck now back to Rockhill, and he'll take the shot, and Strader comes up with the save. And just from that side, it's not going to be looking pretty. Steve Byrne is headed to the box for what looks like a illegal cross-checking hit. And there was no way that ref was not going to see that. As now it's a 4-on-4. And now we're going to be seeing how this game's going to be played out. As Jim Thomas evades Andrew Hyman, trying to get the puck off to Osada. But instead the puck will slide all the way into the Yellow Jacket end, where Paul Rockhill looks to get the pass off to Jim Becker. Becker's pass now to Rockhill, taken away by Jim Thomas. Opportunity to set up, and he's heavily covered by Andrew Hyman. Now to Mark Giacomin, who almost had another goal, but the puck didn't go in his favor. As Jim Becker gets the pass off to Andrew Hyman. Was looking to go in the end around, trying to set up to Becker, but instead DiMezza knocks it away. Osada off the boards, gets it to Mark Giacomin, and now finds Jim Thomas. Makes a move off of Rockhill, takes the shot, And Jim Thomas, for the first time in a while, has got a goal for the Grey Wolves. 4:12 to go, and the Grey Wolves take a 3-0 lead off the 4-on-4 play. But then again, as soon as Larry Wood made the save, I knew something was just a little bit up. And once again, the refs have a confrontation and they talk about the goal.
This morning I got home at like 2:45.
And this is something I'm not getting here is, I mean, look, even the fans from over there are signaling that it's a goal. I don't know what's going on here, but DiMezza doesn't even know what's going on either. I thought that should have been a goal. I'm not exactly sure what there was about the confrontation. It doesn't make sense. But nevertheless, it may be something to talk about in a post-game preview show. But of course, that's a goal anyway, so I don't know why the extra confrontation. And it looks like play can happen too quickly as Jim Becker and Andrew Hyman finally get points on the board for the Yellow Jackets with 4:03 to go. But now the woman ref, which is something that we're having for the first time, maybe ever in the over 50 hockey league, who is the assistant ref to the strict ref. And now once again they're having more confrontation after a goal. It is a goal for the Yellow Jackets. But it seems like the refs are sort of disorganized now with how the play is going on. And surprising still, after a 4-on-4, and personally I thought the Yellow Jackets would have had 5 players back on the bench, or excuse me, on the ice. What is going on is all I have to say. And now to Andrew Hyman, only DiMezza and Strader to beat, looking to set up, and Buchholz knocks it away to Mark Giacomin. Giacomin got teammates to work with, and instead he'll take the shot himself, and too hard and an inaccurate shot. Giacomin tries to pass it to a teammate now, but instead intercepted by Jim Becker, who gets the pass off to Andrew Hyman. Look out! And Arnie Strader comes up with lights out save. It was just him versus Andrew Hyman and Jim Becker for the Yellow Jackets, and Arnie Strader just broke down and knocked the puck away. Stellar effort. Rod Harris getting the puck intended to Rick Gallant, but now Jim Becker trying to get the pass off to Steve Byrne, and DiMezza with an overperformance defensive effort knocks the puck away. Puck now intercepted by Draper, now to Steve Byrne, stripped away by Rick Gallant. As Rick Gallant's pass is over to DiMezza, trying to rush it over to Rod Harris, and on the puck back to Rick Gallant. Gallant's pass over to DiMezza, and off the boards, I guess he was trying to clear it out. Now it's Jeff Quicko who clears it out, now back to DiMezza. And off of Falbo's skate is the puck, where he tries to set up. And Falbo takes a shot for himself, and Larry Wood has no problem making the save. Puck over to DiMezza, taking the shot. And now it's Paul Rockhill trying to knock it away, but Jim Thomas comes away with the puck. Now back to Rick Gallant. Grey Wolves looking to set up again. Now it's Jim Thomas taking the shot and deflected off of Jeff Quicko as Doug Draper gets the pass off to Steve Byrne. Byrne looking to set up to Acero, who couldn't control it. Now Gallant had the puck. now Acero in the deep slot looking for a Yellow Jacket to get it off to. And now finds Rockhill, bounces off a straighter, still in play. Rockhill, a chance to redeem himself, takes another shot. And now over to Acero, who's once again in the deep slot, struggling to get it out to a Yellow Jacket. He finally finds Jeff Quick though, but instead Grey Wolves knock it away and it's over to Rick Gallant. Now to DiMezza, wide open opportunity. And around the slot looking to set up, trying to find Rod Harris, but instead the Yellow Jackets come back fast. And now Jim Thomas looking to get it out to a teammate. And now Steve Byrne trying to get the pass over to Acero, but Oseda steps in front. And now puck back to Rockhill. And Rick Gallant steps in front, takes the shot. And Rick Gallant comes away with another goal for the Grey Wolves. And now it seems like we're starting to pull away from the Yellow Jackets with 30.8 seconds to go in the second. And it is 4-1 Grey Wolves. And we score off a Paul Rockhill error, who was trying to get it off to a teammate, but then Rick Gallant just stepped in front, and it was nothing but Larry Wood and the net. And now Becker with the puck, trying to take it away, has McCants to work with, but Buchholz heavily covering. And this is something we haven't seen the ref done before, stroking his chin after a decision. And once again, we'll have more confrontation between the assistant ref and the strict ref. With 22.6 seconds to go, now they're deciding what they should do next. Or perhaps maybe they were talking about whether to give Jim Becker a penalty or not, and now they're sending him to the box. That's what now? 4 penalties in this game? I mean, I'm not really keeping track because I knew this was going to be a game of endless penalties, or perhaps a week of endless penalties, as the Red Army and the Green Hornets are set to face off at 4:45 right after this game. Buchholz getting the puck out to Oseda. They're struggling to get it off to Mark Giacomin. And Andrew Hyman knocks it away, eventually gets possession of it. And it looks like the Yellow Jackets are just going to run out the clock here in the second period. And with that, the Grey Wolves up with a commanding 4-1 lead over the Yellow Jackets with 12 more minutes left of regulation. Third period will be coming up, so stick around. Here are final period set to be underway. Andrew Hyman versus Mark Giacomin on the face-off. And puck gets over to Marty Washburn and past Tom Buchholz heading into the Grey Wolf end, where DiMezza comes to shoot it out. And past Falbo, where it will reach Sam DeFranco. DeFranco's shot stopped by DiMezza. And pass now over to Dale Oseda. Oseda gets it off to Mark Giacomin. He's got Falbo to work with. Puck now over to Oseda, misfires, and Falbo taps the puck into the Yellow Jacket end. And now Marty Washburn trying to knock it out, but Dale Oseda stops it, takes a shot, and deflected off of DeFranco's stick. It's now Scott McCants clearing out the puck into the Grey Wolf end, where Arnie Schrader gets it over to Tom Buchholz. Now pass over to DiMezza, taken away by McCants. Now it's to Hyman taking the shot. The shot was completely off target. Now it's McCants taking the shot. Schrader knocks it away. And now McCants trying to shoot it. Tom Buchholz takes it away. where De La Seda gets it to Mark Giacomin, then knocked away by Andrew Hyman. Puck now to Oseda, getting the pass to Mark Giacomin. And it's McCants who clears out the puck as the Yellow Jackets go for a lineup change. And it's DiMezza skating all the way back, or excuse me, all the way into the Yellow Jacket zone where he finally takes a shot. Now Mark Giacomin covered by Doug Draper, who finally gets the puck away from him. And he gets the pass off to Paul Rockhill. Rockhill's pass intended for Acero, intercepted by De La Seda. Oh, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty on Chris Acero, especially when he's tripping up Oseda like that. You know that there's got to be some kind of penalty coming up. And now Jim Thomas clearing out, or excuse me, passing it over to Tom Buchholz, who finds Mark Giacomin. And Giacomin has Rick Gallant and Rod Harris behind him. And it's a save by Larry Wood. And apparently even after all that sticking and stuff, the refs are going to decide to keep Acero on the ice. 9:34 to go in the game, and it's 4-1 Gray Wolves. Gallant's pass, trying to get it over to Mark Giacomin, instead taken away by Jeff Quicko. And now back to Jim Thomas on the Gray Wolves. And skating back, looking for someone to find, and he finds Rick Gallant. Taking the shot. It's a nice shot, too. Harris's pass now intercepted by Paul Rockhill. And he was looking to take off. Now to Steve D'Angelo in Gray Wolf zone. And the puck now sitting there where Rick Gallant will pick it up. And it's now taken away by Paul Rockhill. Now back to Jeff Quicko. Quicko trying to get the pass off to Acero. He misses him. And Buchholz gets the pass over to Rod Harris. Now taken by, or was taken by Jim Thomas. And we could see history here with the Gray Wolves as Rick Gallant passes it over to Jim Thomas. Heavily defended by Paul Rockhill and now by Andrew Hyman. But Jim Thomas still had the puck. As Thomas will finally get it away to DiMezza and over to De La Seda. And Oseda is called for offsides. But with 8:10 to go, if the Gray Wolves can hang on here to win this game, they will have won 2 games in the first 3 games for the first time in their existence in the Over 50 Hockey League. In the previous 2 seasons, they started out 1-2, and then last season, 1-1-1 after a Yellow Jacket loss in the shootout. As Mark Giacomin gets it into the Gray Wolf end, where he meets Andrew Hyman. And now puck back over to Jim Becker, looking to set up. And finds Marty Washburn, and Marty Washburn comes up with a goal. And how long has it been since this guy scored? I'm not exactly sure, but you might want to check your stat books on this one. But in other words, it's been a long time since we've seen Marty Washburn put a biscuit into the basket. And with 7:43 to go, the Yellow Jackets cut the deficit to 2 goals. Jim Thomas trying to clear it out, but it's Sam DeFranco who stops the puck and gets the pass over to Andrew Hyman, who will clear it into Gray Wolf end, where DiMezza is looking to find a teammate. Finding Jim Thomas, now over to Rick Gallant. Pass intended for Oseda, and once again the ref will signal an offsides. Puck now back to DiMezza, looking to get the pass off, intended for Rockhill. Giacomin almost taking it away from Rockhill. But nothing happens there as Jim Becker looking to set up to Scott McCants. And nothing comes to mind. Jeff Quicko allowing Mark Giacomin to step in front, taking it away. And now Giacomin loses the puck thanks to Paul Rockhill coming in the way and stopping his tracks. Andrew Hyman clearing it out. Where DiMezza looking to find a teammate. Instead, Paul Rockhill knocks it back into the Grey Wolf zone, and then DiMezza immediately picks up on it, and he's off to the races. DiMezza looking to set up, shoots, and hits the left post. Puck now to Oseda, finding Giacomin. Giacomin passes the puck back to Oseda, or what looked like passes it back to Oseda, but instead it reaches beyond him, and now to Tom Buchholz. Jim Thomas getting the pass off to Rick Gallant. Now finds Giacomin. Instead, Giacomin's puck gets taken away by Andrew Hyman. Puck now to Jim Thomas. Andrew Hyman trying to knock the puck away again. This time he has no luck. Hyman's pass over to Steve Byrne, now trying to set up. No, Steve Byrne took a shot and Arnie Strader knocks it away. Harris's pass off of Giacomin's stick, and it heads right into the Yellow Jacket end, where it's Sam DeFranco who gets the pass off to Andrew Hyman. And now Tom Buchholz just skating around. Grey Wolves now have the luxury of cruising around whenever they have the puck, as Rick Gallant gets the pass off to Rod Harris. And Harris takes the shot, and Larry Wood comes up with a good save. From Thomas to DiMezza, taking the shot, and Lou DiMezza, along with the rest of the Grey Wolves teammates, take a goal that just might have sealed this game up. 5:01 to go, and it is 5-1 Grey Wolves. And of course now, a place that's very quiet has erupted into a slight moment of cheer for the Grey Wolves. And looks like they're back for more. Jim Thomas looking to skate around, trying to set up to another teammate. Finds DiMezza again, looking to take the shot. DiMezza keeping it into the Yellow Jacket end. And now Sam DeFranco takes it. Finds Steve Byrne entering Grey Wolf zone. He's got a Cerro to work with, but coughs the puck up to Rick Gallant. He knocks it back in the Yellow Jacket zone, where Paul Rockhill takes it. Off of Falbo stick, still with the Yellow Jackets. Now back in Grey Wolf possession. Rick Gallant looking to set up, taking a shot, and Larry Wood makes a save. Boy, for a Grey Wolf team that has about 8-9 players that show up today versus a Yellow Jacket team that has basically their whole roster here, you can tell that the Grey Wolves are just loaded with talent. As Tom Buchholz gets the pass over to Mark Giacomin, now over to Rick Gallant via De La Seda, but it'll be another offsides call. 3:37 to go, 5-2 Grey Wolves. And you gotta be loving it if you're a Grey Wolf right now. Puck over to Paul Rockhill. Rockhill's pass high in the air, but Becker's not able to come up with possession of it. And now Rockhill will get the pass over to Scott McCants, and his pass over to Andrew Hyman. Another shot, now it's over to Andrew Hyman. Finds Paul Rockhill. Will take another slap shot. And off of Thomas's stick made it a whole lot easier for Arnie Schrader to come up with the save. Puck over to DiMezza, skating around. Icing call. Puck now from Chuck Falbo to Tom Buchholz. Heavily covered by Andrew Hyman, but he still has the puck. Buchholz's pass off of Jim Becker's stick, but gets it over to Giacomin. And Andrew Hyman's back the other direction. Hyman looking to skate around, finds McCants, and Grey Wolves defense comes up big again. Now the puck to Chuck Falbo as Andrew Hyman comes to skate around, and he gets the puck away from a Chuck Falbo pass. Puck now to DiMezza, skating around, and on the end around finds Jim Thomas as Jim Becker aggressively gets all over Thomas, and DiMezza sharply off the boards gets it to De La Seda, who takes a long shot, and Larry Wood finds himself with the puck to make a fantabulous save. It's Doug Draper and Mark Giacomin on the face-off. Draper finds himself with the puck, trying to shoot it away, but DiMezza keeps it in the Yellow Jacket zone. Draper passing it over to Rockhill, intercepted by Giacomin. And Mark Giacomin has himself yet another goal. 6-2 Grey Wolves with a minute 35 to go. And clearly, this has been a team effort from the start of the first period up until now. Thomas is passed now over to DiMezza and deflected off of Acero's stick. Now puck over from Giacomin to Laceda, now to Strader, or excuse me, to Rod Harris. And now it's back. And the puck is tipped away, and there's DiMezza finding Mark Giacomin. And at this point, it looks like they're just skating around with the puck as they knock it in the Yellow Jacket end, where Doug Draper has the puck, shooting it out to Steve Byrne. We're now under a minute left of the game, as Rod Harris struggling to get to the puck. And Acero gets it off the boards, trying to get it past DiMezza, but Lou takes the puck and he keeps it in the Grey Wolf territory. .30 seconds to go. It's now DiMezza again, knocking it away. And DiMezza gets the puck back to Jim Thomas. Thomas's pass back to DiMezza. Now off the boards in his own end. With Steve Byrne looking to set up to Hyman. The game. Final score, your Grey Wolves 6 and the Yellow Jackets 2. And for the first time ever, the Grey Wolves win 2 of their first 3 games, and they come off strong with a 2-1 start. And this wouldn't have happened if it weren't for a team effort. Meanwhile, for the Yellow Jackets, they start out 0-3, and they'll be looking to work harder this season as it progresses on. But nevertheless, you can tell that both of these teams are strong, and the Yellow Jackets, despite the talent of the Grey Wolves, have played superbly well. This has been another production of Pontello Studios, and we'd like to welcome you back for next week's game against the Green Hornets here at the iSports Forum at 4:45. But again, 8 men for the Gray Wolves, and they come away with a 6-2 victory over the Yellow Jackets. Here at the iSports Forum, I'm Angelo Pontello, and I hope everyone has a blessed evening.